played any shows after lockdown, or is this the first one back, or?
This is the first real show we've played since October 2019.
Wow.
We have done one for Wacken,
Okay.
but it was a streaming one. So I don't really consider that like a real show because I mean, you know, there's no audience. And I've done one show with Loud Blast as well, same thing at Hellfest. Three songs, sorry.
Right.
But yes, streaming. So this is the first.
The first big one back.
Yes, yes.
Cool. So have you had any like challenges playing up to scratch again after such a long time off, or are you still good with that?
I mean, I play music almost every day.
Sure.
I've always have like, I mean, I'm sure you guys are the same. You know, there's always like a guitar somewhere, and I'll go like, you know, even if it's half an hour, I think there's not a single day where I don't grab an instrument, unless when I'm really just, I don't know. But yeah, usually. So it's fine. No, it's coming back. You know, it took us a few days to play together. We're like, oh yeah, okay, it hurts to actually play an hour and a half. You know, but yeah, no, so good.
All the shapes are still good, like throwing shapes on stage.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, I mean, you tell me tonight.
After the rock lunges and all that stuff, right?
This is the one I'm using for to warm up.
Okay, cool.
And as a backup, but I could definitely use it on stage because it actually looks really cool.
Sure.
But not the one because I got that one after the one I got for the stage. So I'm used to use the other one. It's an ESP Viper,
right?
Which looked really cool on stage. And I asked for this one. So it's LTD AP4.
Mm-hmm.
There, and that's what I've been using in rehearsal and pre-production.
Great.
So yeah, it's great.
So, on like your guitars that you take to the stage, are they kind of stock models, or have you kind of pimped them out?
The Viper, we had to change the how do you call that? That's my knowledge of instrument. It's like shown this, but because it was like I play with the palm of my hand really. Like a guitar player,
right?
You know,
you're a guitar player.
Exactly. So that's the only thing I change. Usually, whatever comes from ESP, I'm happy with.
Sure.
So I don't really have to. And I'm not just saying that because you guys are wearing ESP shirts and looking very menacing. No. But usually I don't have to pimp up anything. The only thing would be like, you know, to change that.
Okay.
But that's it. Yeah.
Amazing, right? Yeah. Which is great, right? Because I think a lot of people assume that people are changing stuff out, and what you buy in the shop isn't what they use on stage in the studio. And do you use like the same stuff on stage as in studio, or do you have a different rig for that stuff?
Yeah, for the song 666 World United, which was my first song with Kreator,
nice.
I've used the one that I'm going to use on stage.
Right.
So that's what you hear. And as a matter of fact, I was doing an interview earlier on, and I forgot to check, so I do not remember the model of the bass. I don't know if it's a Surveyor. I don't know. I can't remember. Standard series. I've been using the same bass. It's a 5-string ESP 5-string bass. I've been using it for all Sinsanum recording, Am I Hero, Loud Blast, and Dragon Force.
Wow.
So I've been using the same one, and it's like all I need is like to take it to someone because I'm not very good at setting up the stuff myself. Which you know, I've tried. I've asked many times all different guitar techs that are excellent. I'm like, please show me, you know, the art of how to set up an instrument properly. And it goes one ear, and that's it.
Yeah,
so that's all I have to do. Is basically I take that bass, the one I was talking about. I think it's standard. I take it to someone, just like, please make it sound good, and they just like, you know, make sure that and that's it. So no, and okay, I've had my signature series on bass twice, and working on the third one. I checked yesterday. The expression is "good things come in threes."
Well, hey.
I think that's the expression. So I think we're working on that. I don't know. It's in the process. It's in the
Any teasers on what they might include, or
I don't know because they're talking about it. I think
I'd
like to keep it the same as my model used. It was called FL600, and it was basically what I do on stage is like all I need is one knob. But
Right.
that's all I care about because that's the truth. I'm playing metal, and all I want is like volume on, volume
On,
off.
off,
And
yeah.
this, like the tone is like, oh shit, it's been,
Yeah.
by mistake.
Of course.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So I said all I want is like one knob, just like on, off, yippee. And it was based on was it the F series possibly? I don't know. Well, it had a nice shape, had a special headstock, and I think we would go something along those lines. Something that looks, usually I like black and red,
Yeah.
so that's what I'm aiming for. Something easy to play, black and red, and not with too many. Not my name across it and blah blah. Something that people can buy,
Yeah.
even if they don't like me, which is not.
Who would
yeah,
like red,
who
right?
doesn't? Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I've had custom made, like the most recent bass I received from ESP, which I could not take on this trip because it was a little difficult. We had to come here in UK and quarantine.
Yeah, of course.
So it was a little last minute, like but they made ESP Japan made a custom with fan frets and
wicked,
Fishman Fishman pickups. So I do have like a few of those, just like made on request, 5-string. I've got a few 5 strings based on my signature series. But other than that, most of the time it's really the same instrument. Like I just ask them for what do you think sounds good, and I got an LTD. I should have actually done my homework before because like I'm like, oh, it's a orange one, something 204 LTD 5-string, and it's brilliant. Like the look is not as metal as so I was like, are you sure? And then I got it and I was like, wow, this is really amazing, sounds great. It's another one I've been using in studio.
Wow.
For Amairu actually. Amairu was done with that one. The one I don't know the name of. Yeah.
I've listened to stuff that you've been doing for years and years and years, and there's kind of people know that you've got good technique and you can kind of hold down the challenge and stuff. So
Thank you.
bearing in mind what you were saying a minute ago about you haven't played a big show for a while, what kind of stuff are you going to do just to make sure the fingers are firing before you get on stage?
I don't know. I mean, I think I sort of what I do usually is just like I talk to people. I try not to think about it, but I'm like warming up slowly, which right now is not very interesting because it's the same, so like that, and then progressively just like try to remember certain parts because. Like I said, this is my 3rd show with Kreator.
Right.
So for these guys, they've been, playing for 20, 30, 40 years together. So it's muscle memory, like it was for me, like it was for me with Dragon Force. So sometimes I still have to think a little bit, not too much, but I can't, I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, it's amazing and I know it by heart. No, sometimes, so that's what I would probably go for, just like think of certain songs and go like, oh yeah, that's how it goes, and because that's a lot of what I do, what I used to do with Dragon Force was like, and with the volume on, like that. Just stay on one string and just like sort of warm up until it hurts, and then the show is fucked because I can't play anymore because it hurts. But
the good thing is you got the metal faces, right? Because now it's hurting. You're like,
you're like, oh god. It's actually I had to go and see not a chiropractor but something similar right before my first show with Kreator because I felt like a pain, like needles in that finger. So I was just rehearsing all the songs. Twice a day, and going like this, and then ow. I never had that pain before. The next day, tried again, and the pain is still there, and I'm like, I need to go and see a doctor because my first shows with Kreator, I can't really, And turned out I had a nerve, neck, just
from the strap and twisted.
Yeah. And so she said, you can't play for the next 2 weeks. I'm like, no, I have a show in 2 weeks. I need to rehearse. And then, so that was okay. But then she checked that this, like, you've got 2 bones here. One of them was like moved like this, which makes this part. So everything, the posture, because when I'm on stage, I'm like a little twisted, blah blah blah. So if you can see, you know. So, but basically the whole posture was like, and it's a bit too late now to change things.
Yeah.
So basically I need to go there and, but basically she said, yeah, warm up before shows like this, hot towel, headbang, same thing, you know, so there's a lot of that. If you want to know all my little secrets. Wow, look at that, Metallica, fuck yeah, oh, something. Fuck yeah. Obviously we're working on the new album with Kreator, so we've been taking our time because there's no rush, you know, in terms of releasing an album if you can't go on tour. That's not what we want to do. This is what I've done with my other band, Amahiru, because it was already, you know, meant to be released at that time. So, and it was okay. I'm working on that as well. So, working on the new Kreator, working on Amahiru. Loud Blast is on tour right now, but so am I with Kreator. So it's going to be a little complicated. And Sinsanum, that's my death metal band on guitar. We will. We're working on the third album. It obviously Joey Jordison passed away, you know, 2 weeks ago. But we want to carry on. I don't think, you know, like I was saying, I think it would be a shame to not carry on. That's he came up with the name, and it's a little part of his. It's a little. There's a part of him in the you know. So we want to carry on.
Honor it as well.
Yeah. So I'm pretty busy with all of that.
Wow.
It's quite a lot. I mean, it's like 4 bands, you know.
Yeah, so hopefully 2022 it's going to be a bit busy one, right?
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm looking forward to it. We were talking about, like, we've got people from our, you know, booking agency and whatnot, and just everybody's like, yeah, 2020 is going to be 2022. Sorry, it's going to be busy. Fingers crossed. But no, that's cool. I can't wait to go back on. Yesterday we got our tour bus for the first time in years, and I was taking pictures of it, like the first time. I was like, wow, bunk. Wow, there's a TV. And I was like, hold on, what am I doing here? It was like, it's real excitement, and same thing, just like, oh, catering, wow, gigs.
To get that first buzz back again.
Yeah, like right now, it's just like, wow, Paradise Lost. Which is why you hear the But no, that's cool. So
amazing stuff. Excellent stuff. Good times ahead. So, looking forward to the set. Excited for it. Hope it's going to go well. I'm sure it'll be amazing. Fred, Kreator, ESP.